What are HTTP host header attacks? HTTP host header attacks are a type of security vulnerability that occur when a web application does not properly validate the host header in an HTTP request. The host header is used to specify the domain name of the server that should handle the request. By manipulating the host header, an attacker can cause a web application to handle a request as if it were for a different domain, potentially allowing the attacker to steal sensitive information or perform actions on behalf of the user. There are several types of HTTP host header attacks, such as host header injection. When a web application does not properly validate the host header, an attacker can inject a malicious domain into the header, causing the web application to handle the request as if it were for the malicious domain. DNS rebinding. When a web application does not properly validate the host header, an attacker can use a malicious domain that resolves to a different IP address than the one the web application expects, potentially allowing the attacker to bypass security controls or steal sensitive information. HTTP request smuggling. When a web application does not properly validate the host header, an attacker can use a malicious domain that resolves to the same IP address as the intended domain, but with a different port, potentially allowing the attacker to smuggle a malicious request through the web application. To prevent HTTP host header attacks, it is important to properly validate the host header in all HTTP requests, and to use a library or function specifically designed to validate domain names. Additionally, using a web application firewall, WAF, that is configured to detect and block host header attacks can also help prevent this type of attack.